Greetings, greetings. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? It's your girl Queen Serene and the house. Watch your mouth, y'all. Watch your mouth. Okay. I'm going to talk about, if you see the title, being responsible with your taxes. We have to be more responsible, y'all. It's your girl Queen Serene here on Gold Digger, where we excuse me, generate an objective and ambitious lifestyle. Hence my book Gold Digger. My book Gold Digger, y'all. Generating an objective and ambitious lifestyle. And that's what we do over here on Gold Digger, right? I teach you the fundamental things that you need in order to plan your life. Plan your life because I'm all about planning. You plan your trips. You plan, you plan your education, or you should. You should plan your life and the structure of it, how it should go, writing goals, things of that nature. I am a accountability coach. I help empower um, women, and in anyone we could say, but they say niche it down. So my niche is serving women, single mothers with children, okay, to accomplish their goals. Because a lot of times, as mothers, right, we have so much on our plate. We have so much on our plate. We supposed to be strong. We're supposed to, be the backbone. We supposed to work, put the meals on the table. Like I said, specifically single mothers. And I've been married, I've been single, right? So we carry that load, we carry that responsibility, and it's a lot. And what better way to do it than to plan it? We have to, because we can be all over the place. We can, procrastinate a lot as well. So, but if you're being strategic and planning, and I'm with YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. How y'all doing? If you're strategic with your planning, you can get a lot accomplished, a lot done, in a shorter time span. With my book, you can go to Gold Digger, GOALDIGGA.org to get your book, but also, as well as the book, I have a planner and it's in quarters. It's quarterly planners, so for each season, because you have to plan per season. Things change, just like the season change, our lifestyles change. You know, um, how we're doing things change throughout life. Children are growing up. We are going through different moods. Life be lifing, as they say nowadays. Things happen. So we have that quarterly planner, 4 different planners, because that is going to be your structure for your year. We're going to, we put a lot into, but just enough into a planner in 1 quarter so that you can accomplish more, because that's how you be procrastinating all the time. And give you some attention over here. Be procrastinating all the time is because we think we have all year. We don't have all year. Time is short. Time is short. And then before you know it, you 50 years old. And what have you accomplished? You may be young right now, and I'm still young. Don't get it wrong now, because I be doing the most still. Okay, my grandchildren be looking for me. All right, no. But yeah, so but still times go by. It goes by really quick. And just like what? It's February already. Almost the middle of the month, if not, right? 15th be tomorrow. Yeah. We're halfway through. And we were just celebrating 2024, were we not? And some of us still back in 2023 asking how time flew. What happened? Okay. So my point is, we have to start focusing. We have to take a step back, look into what we want to accomplish, look at where we want to be, and plan it accordingly. Because what are we doing? We want to break generational curses. We want to build generational wealth, and we want to pass down a legacy to our offspring, to our children. I mean, am I right or am I right? Because it's just that. Am I right or am I right? But yeah, so that's the reason why we have to plan. We have to plan. So we're going to get into the topic of, like I said, uh, being responsible with your taxes this year, because that's a good start. What better way to start than now around tax season? We're making better decisions, being responsible with our taxes. Because I can tell you, because I done had, you know, um, several tax income checks, okay? And it wasn't until several years ago that I started really focusing on what I'm, because that's that extra money. It's actually your money. You think you're getting a payday, right? But you actually getting some of them taxes back from working all that year and them taking them taxes. You getting your money back, basically. So this is your money. So with that being said, and then it's typically a lump sum, in most cases, because people out here, we're living check to check, right? A lot of us are living check to check. And so with you living check to check, you tend to be conservative. You tend to with your money, and then you get this lump sum of money, and then you just like it's already gone in your mind as you before you get it. But see, this is what I want to tell you: be responsible. Let's do something different with your taxes, and I'm gonna give you about five. I think it's about five. One, two, three, four, five or six tips that you can do with your taxes this year. Okay. I am glad to be back. I want to thank everyone out. I have been gone. I have been dealing with um, my home, and my home burning down with and everyone was safe. No tragic, because materials can be replaced. But I've been going through, trying to adjust and get everything taken care of. But I do appreciate the people that has reached out to me, that has given love offerings to me, and has and supported, even with clothes, because it don't have to be money. You know what I mean? People have brought me food, brought me and my children clothes, and that just means a real lot to me. It was, words can't express the love that I was given, right, in this traumatic incident. And then don't even say it's traumatic, because if you have life insurance, which I always talk, not even just um, on your life, because you need to have life insurance, but homeowners insurance. If you have that, it's such a lifesaver, y'all. It's such a lifesaver. And so, it just puts you in a better comfort zone, right? Even though you think, oh, because I still think of some of the things. Yesterday was Black Love Day. If y'all don't know about Black Love Day, look it up. It's a real holiday. Um, it's an alternative for Valentine's Day, because everybody don't celebrate all these different holidays. We wanted to. Sometimes we have to make our own traditions, because a lot of the origins of these different holidays. So I grew up as a Jehovah Witness. I'm not one now. However, I do uh, still have not um, brought certain celebrations into my life, but I've added some, and I was thankful to find out, a few years ago about Black Love Day, because I always wanted to do that, but I knew I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't, my religion at the time wouldn't allow us to do that. And then as I became a more spiritual person, and then understanding the origin, I still was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave that over there. But I was excited when I found out about Black Love Day, which was yesterday. But um and so I was just like, "Whoa, yes, yes, I can finally do something like that, showing love for one another. And you should be doing this every day. And you express your love and gratitude and things like that. But that's a whole different subject. But my point is, I usually make love baskets, right? Love baskets during this time of year, and give them to you as gifts, sell them as well, and all my product got burnt up. So I was not even able to even do that. So I was kind of, down about it, because I was like, oh, but I just had to put it on the list, see how much I can get back on with my product that I had. And then I do events as well, and all that got burnt up. All my product tables and the covers for the chairs and tables and stuff and everything. But like I said, I'm just glad I didn't lose life. But anyway, let's get back to the responsibility, okay? Y'all know how to do. Um, when you get your taxes, y'all. Oh, my point with that too, I was saying, excuse me, what I was saying too, I've had lots of taxes before and I've spent it before I got it, right? Just spent it. Usually it was a car every year. And I know some of you all can relate because I have friends that are doing that and children. I'm gonna get another car. I'm gonna get another car, and sometimes the car lasts 2 years. But I was doing that same thing every year, getting a car, gotta get a vehicle. That's good and all. However, I don't suggest you use this money to get a car because what you're going to do, you're going to waste your money because you're going to get that vehicle that's going to last that year. And then you're going to be in the same position and using your taxes again to do the very same thing. You know, I mean, I'm all about lease vehicles. Um, and if you have a business, you can put your car in your business, and it's just the leverage that your credit does. Because I talk about credit too, But anyway, number one, and I'm just gonna get this over with, right? 10% of your taxes, 10%. That's what you can use to do anything you want. Like I said, I was just splurging, you know what I mean? Not only just getting a car, but the rest, get me an outfit, nice shoes, you know, um, jewelry. Back then I used to get my nails done. I didn't used to get them done like that, but I would splurge a little bit, get my nails done, get my hair done or whatever. And then, do a good splash weekend, flossing weekend, you know what I mean? Then what did I have to show for it? What do you have to show for it? Right? But I suggest you want to be rewarded. That's something that your taxes and stuff, something you got that you've earned, really, because it's your money. You want to be able to do some things you want. But I would suggest you do only 10%. 10% of your taxes, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do with 10% of them taxes, okay? Uh, because remember, we're being responsible this year. We're being strategic with our taxes. We're doing the things that if we had some money, we would want to put toward when it's like no August and September. You're like, goodness, if I could do this, well, this is your opportunity, right? I want you to start that emergency fund. Number two, start that emergency fund. Used to talk about this a lot, on Nubian Superstars Academy, my other platform. But you must have an emergency fund. It ain't nothing like having to go beg somebody for some money because your car done broke down. You ain't got money for your light bill. Your rent is, you lost your job, got fired or something. Your rent is late. That is what that emergency fund is for. And now I suggest that you have 6 months worth of, really, I want you to have a year's worth of emergency fund. And I teach, that's something I teach is how to budget to get to that year, right? But starting off 3 months, listen, and all that emergency fund is, and even if you could have 1 month, because I know, you know, sometimes it's just like, okay, but at least 1 to 3 months, y'all, of emergency fund. And what that emergency fund includes is all your expenses for the month, your rent, your utility or mortgage, utilities, your cell phone, your uh, insurance, car insurance, your car note, all of that month worth of bills, even your toiletries and your groceries. Budget, write down what you have for the month. And right now, even if it's a month, put that amount to the side for your emergency fund. Okay. You may not do 3, 6 months right now, but you do want to continue to build on that emergency fund. Say you can only do a month because I'm going to give you some other things and you may want to do these as well. But if you want to do just 1 month, because, you can, if you have a job is not secure. We may think we have a secure job, but it's not. I thought I was working for a company for several years, probably about 3, 4 years. and I was fired on a drop of a dime when I was pregnant. I was so this was with my last child. He's 7 years old, and when I was pregnant with him, got fired. You know, 7 months pregnant. They did not care. Okay, so it's no security. All right, and that's basically when became an entrepreneur for the second time, actually. But and because of that, but I didn't have nothing in place. What was I gonna do? I had rent, I had bills, I had this, I had that. You know what I mean? Um, but I had some support, so it's good to have a support system too. So that was good on my part. However, put that month away with your taxes. This is what I want you to do. I want you to calculate your year, your month. I mean your monthly bills, and put that 1 month, at least 1 month worth of bills up, and then put that in an emergency fund that you can continue to grow. I don't want you to touch it, okay? But you want to grow it up to 6 months, when you can over time, okay? Um, and so that's number two. Number three, it's so many people that don't have bank accounts. And I'm like, why you don't got no bank account? Build relationships with banks, y'all. You have to have a relationship with the bank because you never know when you may come across something and you may have to borrow. There's your borrower and your lender right there, your bank, preferably credit unions. Okay. Go ahead and start you a bank account because they're gonna ask for just some different funds or whatever to start it and put that money in there. When you go ahead and put that money in there, number four would be put some money in a savings account. Now I know savings account doesn't draw a lot of interest, but um, you know, just put some in the savings account. You want a long-term savings account and a short-term savings account. And what I mean by that is you may want to plan a trip this year, right? Vacation with your children. That short-term savings, that's where that money is going for that trip, to put toward that trip. You don't have to put the whole, oh, it's $5,000 to go. No, just start it. This is the beginning of the year, but just don't mess with. Just add it, let it compound, right? But at least get it started so that you can get on the trip. I mean, you can go with your family. Me and my family, we did that before. We around tax season, right? Because my children, that's where they get their money, right? And so we planned a trip. Unfortunately, that's when I had COVID, and I wasn't able to go on that trip. Um, and that was in 2021. And so, it's been a minute. We need to do that again. But put the short term savings is for your trip because that's some money that you want to rely on so that you can take that trip during the summertime or whenever you plan it, further in and I'm not saying the whole amount. Put something so you'll have it over there so this is what I'm growing. I'm growing this for this trip with my family, and have your whole family do this, y'all. You know, let them know about this plan. Like I said, plan your life, plan your trips, plan your retirement. That's that second savings fund. That's for your planning your retirement. Some of us got 401ks, but some business owners, we don't have that. It's things that's Roth IRAs and things of that nature that you can get. But your retirement fund, if you put about $500 in an account that with interest of 7%, when it compounds within 35 years, that's over almost, let's see, $5,600 just from starting with five. I know 35 years, but you're thinking of the compounded interest over time, and that's just if you just put that much in that alone, that interest. But of course, you want to add to it and add to it, and then it come the snowball will be start rolling and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So you're gonna have more than that. You're not gonna say, oh, 35 years, all I got is 5,000. I get that on my income tax. No, I'm just telling you the point of just that 500, what it can do. So just imagine you just adding on it. Like I say, you're starting there. You're just starting there. Okay. But of course, you just want to continue over the years to keep on building and keep on adding. But if you get started first, the point is to get started with this. We're being responsible with our taxes. Okay. Okay. And I don't know what number I'm on. I'm on number 5. But also pay an extra rent a month rent. You could pay an extra month of your mortgage. Um, that'll cut down if you pay an extra $100 each month on your mortgage, you'll knock down some of the interest. But if you were to pay a month in advance on your rent, then that would help you financially to where you're, especially if you don't have a job, or you not if you don't have a job. Well, yeah, if you don't have a job, what you doing at a place and not paying your rent, right? You can't even shouldn't have no rent if you can't work and to pay the rent. But pay an extra, because that just uh because you got that extra money. That way you don't have to struggle to make that rent that next month, and then you can add it toward different things, like number 6, if I'm at paying off your debt, paying off some of that debt. Y'all, we got to pay down some of that debt, especially um with your credit cards, if you have any credit cards, because I'm big on credit. That's one of the things that I teach about as well, credit, because I ever since I fixed my credit in 2017, I have been a credit specialist. I've been teaching credit um, and things like that on another platform. But credit is just, you can leverage it in so many different ways, right? But paying off that debt will help your credit as well. And I won't say pay off your debt, pay down your debt, should I say? Pay down your debt, because we want to keep those trade lines on there because you need that mixed use. So, but if you are over your utilization on your credit cards, you want to pay them down a little more. That's what I did last year. I had got a lump sum of money, and then I started paying down, because it can bring your score down, and it did. My score was in it's always been 700s, right? But I was sitting on FICO score of 780, and being my utilization, because of the things in my life had changed. My lifestyle had changed. I had to use more of my credit, right? And so be doing that, my utilization went up, and so I had to bring that utilization back down, right? And then it lowered my scores. Like now, my scores, what was is still in the 700s, but 720 is my FICO as opposed to 780. But it's still just my utilization. I'm still never late, paying on time, and things like that, and have all the mixed use. I don't have no derogatories. No, no, I take that back. I got one derogatory that hit that I need to get off, and I have but I don't have no collections. Uh, what is it? And I only have 2 inquiries, right? So I do got a derogatory that got back on my credit, and I need to take that off. But still, I'm still up there in the 700 club. But anyway, so pay down that utilization is my point. Okay, and I think that's it. Let's see. Smart emergency fund, yep. Bank account. That's about it, y'all. Um, thank you guys for joining me again. Be responsible, and just a recap. 10% of your taxes, calculate 10%. That's the part that you can do what you want to do. Get them nails done, them hair done, your nails did, hair did, everything did if you can. But just use 10% of that, because we want to be responsible. We want to start an emergency fund and put at least 1 month of emergency to start with, and then we want to build on that, right? 1 month of income of expenses that we do for the month. Put at least 1 month in that emergency fund. We want to have a bank account. In that bank account, we want to be able to put have a savings account that we can put for our short term savings and our long term saving. You may want. I have several bank accounts. You may want to have a couple of bank accounts, so you can have a couple of savings, right? I could, so you want a short-term savings for your vacation to start to build on. Put about $100, $200 in there. You want a long-term savings. Put about, 500, whatever you can afford, because um, without going over that 10%, because like I said, that 10% is for you to splurge, but the rest, let's put it toward these things. And so, like I said, the bank account, short term, long term, is for your retirement. Um, and but you need a retirement account, so that's actually a different account. And then you want to possibly pay up a month's rent, pay up another month's rent, and you want to pay down those some of that debt that you got. Okay, that's being responsible for 2024 using 2023 tax returns. Okay, it's your girl Queen Serene. I hope you got some value out of that. Until next time, today is Winning Wednesday. So, with that knowledge, I want you to win this year. Don't, because I'm telling you, you can spend them taxes as soon as you get it. Okay. And I know we need vehicles and we need this and we need that, but let's just be responsible, because after all, that wasn't any money that was put into your budget until you put it there, right? You say, "Oh, I'm getting this tax. I'm gonna do this with it." Let's be responsible. All right, it's your girl Queen Serene in the mode. Oh, hey, I'm so sorry. How you doing? And I'm out. Peace. We're gonna end you. We're gonna end you, and we are going to end you. Oh, can I end you? Come on, man. Okay.